Hey everybody, and welcome to Robin's house. Lately, tower cards have been quite the thing, where it's something going on all four sides of the card. And so I wanted to show you how you could make your very own. So I'm not going to finish a card today. This is more of a how do you get the basics and how do you put it together. So hopefully I'll leave this. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Leave it over here so you can kind of see how it works. There we go. Okay, so the basic that you need is a 1-inch cube. So how do you make a 1-inch cube? You take your trimmer and a piece of paper. So the I forgot which piece of paper was which. Okay. So you can make a tower card out of any size card that you want. So the card that I'm currently doing is a 5x7 card. So I know that my tower has to be 5 inches tall because it's a 5x7 card. So this cardstock is 5 inches. You can't tell that it's 5 inches. It's 5 inches on the 5-inch line, which is practically gone. And then in order to get a tower, you put it on the 1-inch line and you score. Put it on the 2-inch line and score. The 3-inch line, score, and finally the 4-inch line and score one more time. And then move it another 1/2 inch and cut it. So now you have, let's see if you can see that, you have a paper with 4 lines and some extra. So what you do is you have all these concave ones. These are all bowls. So you want to fold them back way because the scoring makes this backside extra tender. So if you fold it up ways, you're making it even more tender. So fold it down, fold it down, fold it down. And then when you get you put it here on the flap. And then when you glue this down, you want to be very careful to not exceed the plane of the next side. So you want to carefully keep it within that space and then just get rid of any excess glue that you have. So that gives us a tower. So then what do you do? So for a 5x7 card, you actually need a piece of 5x7 cardstock. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut it in half. So actually you're going to need 2 5x7 pieces of cardstock. And so 1/2 of 7 is 3.5. So you're going to cut it at 3.5 by 5. And then you will have 2. And then you will also do it again. So you will have 4. So then all you have to do is take your tower and glue on one side of it. It doesn't really matter which way. Well, that's not the part yet, but anyway, I have only ever put it this way. So that again, do not let your glued paper exceed the plane on here or it will not open and close correctly after you get all this on here. So what I have is a tower with one of those 3.5 by 5 cards sitting off the top. And then I'm going to turn it. And I'm going to put glue on the next side. And again, you want to be careful not to get it. It's going to be hard to get it any higher because there's another card in the way. But if you get it too close, when you go to fold it, it's going to gum up and not have enough room. Now you have your tower, one card going off one side, turn, one card going off another side, and you're going to do it again. There we go. And now we only have one side left. It's not going to sit down for me. So I don't, and the light isn't working really. Oh, there we go. I'll put the fourth side down. So now, even though it's called like a tower card, it's really kind of a pinwheel card, isn't it? See, every side is the same. So now this looks just like what we have here. And the idea is that when you set it down, just kind of push it and then turn it the other way and push it so it folds nice and easy. And that is the basic structure of your tower card. The rest is all decoration. So for example, here is a partially decorated 5x7 card, so that when it's done, let's see, you can't see enough. Here's it's at 2 inches. So you can see that my card is 7 inches by 5. So even after all of that stuff, my card is still 7 by 5. So you can see that there's a large piece and a small piece on each of your sides, and you can decide how you want to decorate them. You can make them the same. You can do cardstock or whatever. So, and then in my sample, I made my tower out of white cardstock, but you can certainly make it out of a patterned paper. You can't see in there. There we go, some patterned paper in there. This one also is made of patterned paper, although it's a really, really subtle pattern. So whatever pattern you use, make sure that the pattern you want to show is on the inside. So that is a basic tower card. Now, say you wanted to make a slimline tower card. Is that possible? Yes, it is. So again, you would want to start with a 1 inch tower, but you only want your tower to be 3.5 inches tall. And then you would again start with a 3.5 by 8.5 piece of paper and cut it in half, and then do it again. Not the same piece of paper, a second piece of paper that you cut in half again. So you would end up with 4 3.5 by 4.25 pieces of paper that you're just going to glue to your tower, just like we did before. Now, those other papers that we had to decorate, you just need to bring in one that's 1/4 inch smaller on each side. So this one needed to be 3.25 inches high by 4 inches wide. And that way you have this nice white border around all the edges. But this side is a little different because it's 3.25 inches wide by 3.5 inches tall. So you need a little 3 by 3.25 piece of paper. So I'm going to put a very similar paper, but different on my other side. See? So all the rest is decorating. And then, so yes, you can do any size you want. Although doing a slim line the other way is a little silly. There's not much room to put on your card, but yes, it is possible to build an 8.5 inch tower and then put just these tiny little, I think this is 1 3/4 flaps on your tower. So tower cards are, the reason that I was making a 3x5 card is because this one, although it does barely fit a gift card, you really gotta glue very, very specially on those sides so that they don't tear with the gift card in there. So I wanted a little bigger card so that I could fit my gift card a little more comfortably. But anyway, those are tower cards in a nutshell. Let me show you the decoration of this one. So when you do these, you got to have a decoration on all 4 sides. So that's like designing 2 separate cards all at once. But it is super cute and it's a great way to have a gift card. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that helps you. Let me know if it does, and happy crafting.